Why you can spend countless hours on end scrolling on social media, but you struggle to spend even 10 minutes on your most important priorities. In this video, I will go through you just a way that you can help your hard work become as easy as scrolling and make it effortless. So in this world, we know of people who just seems to be different. Everything they do seems so effortless. They are presenters, public speakers out there who's able to give their speech for hours on end without feeling tired. Students who can study for 4 or 5 hours at peak performance, and it feels so effortless. Writers and everything, they are not different. It's just they're doing the different activities. For you, I'm sure you have been immersed in watching Netflix, binge watching your shows. That's also being in the flow state, but it's just wrong activities. These people, the elite performers, get into the flow because of their work. But for most people, they fall into the flow state to distractions. And just in seconds, they'll waste so much time. The seconds become hours. So it's just which activity do you choose? Most people don't even track their time. They don't even know how much time they spend on the distractions. So the first step I need you to do is track your time. You need to understand where your time goes in a day. So if you can use a physical note, or you can use digital. When you wake up, what do you do for the first 10 minutes? You track it down. You do this for a day or maybe a week. Then you can really see how much time you're wasting and how much time you spend actually trying to get into the flow state for your work, your studies. This rule will allow you to understand where your time is allocated. And once we reduce the time spent on distractions, we can focus on our energy, our mental capacity to spend it on our focus, on our work. Because it is actually tiring, it's fatiguing. You might not think that it is, like watching social media, watching a Netflix series. You might think that it's so relaxing, but your brain is being so stimulated, and that's why it can't sit down and work. But if you remove all of that, your brain regains its capacity to work. And when you are able to sit down and work with that capacity, you will be able to get absorbed in it. The hours will fly by like seconds. You'll finish a month of work in just a few days, and you will feel so happy, so proud of yourself for the amount of work you have done in just such a short period of time. That's called effortless execution. You just need to know what type of activity do you use this effortless exertion. Once you are able to master your time and focus in practicing the skills of getting into the flow state for your work, your completely life will change. So just follow me. Just follow this rule for a week. Try your best to just track every 10-30 minute interval. Write it down and then highlight them. Is this a bad habit or is this a good habit? Like, what are you doing? And how do you feel after that? Once you know your time, you will be able to better allocate it. I have wasted lots of time scrolling on social media, spending 8-10 hours a day last time on my phone, scrolling TikTok, watching anime. But then I wasn't able to work. My brain always felt so tired, and I couldn't even sit down to do work. Couldn't even focus on learning or reading a book. But then it's only when I realized how much time I'm spending on distractions I made a commitment to change and reduce the amount of distractions in my life and focus and free up that mental capacity by just relaxing, by decompressing my mind, by doing nothing, by exercising, all these non-stimulated activities. And then I regain my mental capacity for work. And now I'm at a stage where I'm able to just work for hours on end, to be able to speak as a lot and create lots of video and lots of output in a single session. And this for me is effortless. And I'm very, very proud of myself because of the output I reach. And I really want you to reach such a state, because when you are really gaining that momentum, you feel unstoppable and you'll be able to achieve your dreams. Remember that you are the hero of your story. Create the story of your life. Peace.